holistic health help looks like is viewing you as the individual, as a whole being, multidimensional. You are not just monolithic. You are more than, you are parts of a generation of folks who came before you and folks who will come after you.
Tell me say one thing, Nancy, if you understand.
Peace, y'all. It's your girl Morgan Alexis, and we are back with another video. And we do locks, health and wellness, and Black liberation right here on this channel. And if any of those things resonate to you, please go ahead and click subscribe. So today's video is going to be really short and to the point, but I really just want, I think not a lot of folks know that they can look for very specific, culturally aligned holistic health out there, and you just may not know it. And so I want to really make this a call to action for folks who are literally looking for help in their health journey, and they want it to be in a space that they feel affirmed as a Black person of color, indigenous folks, Latinx folks, anyone who identifies, with the minority group, because I don't really agree with that. We are not the minority, to be real, but we won't talk about that. But anybody who identifies with this group, there's so much out there, and I think for me, I don't know if I wasn't in the spaces that I was in, if I would know about them. So I think I want to really just highlight that there's an experience that Black people have that is unlike any other person ever, right? And I think living in the Western world, it's a very nuanced experience. And if you don't know how to speak to folks who are in and of that experience, you might be missing a complete mark. And it is evidenced by the health industry and the healthcare system when you have overdiagnoses of, all these illnesses that, Black people have, and they're just misdiagnosed, especially in the mental health space. I really can speak to that because that's the space that I'm largely in. And you have children, Black children, who are overly diagnosed with ADHD or overly diagnosed with anxiety, and they're missing the mark because their lens is not culturally aligned and attuned to a Black person and their experience. And so there is a way you can seek out the help that is culturally aligned to you and your person, and all it takes is just being educated on it. And so this is what my hope is for this video, because that is something that I needed, a part of my journey. I needed to be affirmed as a Black woman, or reaffirmed as a Black woman, especially growing up in a Caribbean household. I think I had a difficult time figuring out where exactly I belong, because in the Caribbean culture, I wasn't born, on the soil of Jamaica, but yes, I do have experience of Jamaican parents and Jamaican grandparents and family and aunts and uncles and all the things. And yet I am a Black woman who went through the American education system and went through the American healthcare system and all the things. So a lot of my experiences, two worlds, and now my little world, right? Like even as a young girl in adulthood and things like that, I'm trying to make sense of it. And truthfully, it's like finding people who can speak to that experience is when I really found transformation, when I really found healing in my body, in my mind, and things of that nature. And so what holistic health help looks like is viewing you as the individual, as a whole being, multidimensional. You are not just monolithic. You are more than, you are parts of a generation of folks who came before you and folks who will come after you. You are an energy body, you are a mental body, you are a physical body, you are a spiritual body, you are all these things, and you are not just one thing. And this society will try to box you in. And I think even working with clients, it's like this desire to figure out what one thing I am. And oftentimes I have to explain, like, you are not just one thing. you are multiple things, and embracing that, embracing your multi-dimensional beingness, and being able to pour into all the parts of you and know that all parts of you make this whole being. And whether that is attuning to your energy body, attuning to your spiritual body, but really what that is, even when you work with me as a practitioner, we first of all take just a big look at who you are, and then all the aspects of your health and what aspects of your health need more attention from you. It's not necessarily compartmentalizing. It's literally just saying, what parts are you neglecting? What parts aren't you pouring into? And what parts can you take a step back from? A lot of us, I think, the first thought that it just came to mind is we go hard when it comes to, like, let's say fitness, right? I think that's the first thing that comes to mind, or even just finances, right? Like, we go hard and we really, really focus on those things. And yet, like, our nutrition is lacking. Our ability to socially connect with family, friends is depleting. And we try to figure out how to be like all the things at one time, and really looking for harmony and balance in our life, and then always find ourselves coming up short. And that is what a holistic health practitioner, especially one who is, African centered and looking at you as a holistic or whole being, will help guide you back to your harmonious self that has all these things going on, because all of these things are a part of the human experience. It's not a matter of, well, I have too many friends or I have too many projects on my plate. No, I think you can handle all those things if you were given those things, from your creator, God, whoever and however you identify. All right, y'all. Sorry for the abrupt end. I don't know what the last thing I was saying. My camera overheated and shut off. So anyway, this is not the end of this type of video or sort of video. But this is a nice little intro. So I hope this was enough. I hope it was informative. I hope it was educational. But anyway, I don't want my camera to overheat again. So what I will do is follow up with you all in another video. See you then. Peace.